Movie night back with another Classic. I'm your host Easy. Welcome to Car Language. Let's make sure there ain't no damn UFOs or drones up above. It's a plane. It's crazy. Can't believe I think we're gonna live to see a damn UFO. Anywho, a lot's been happening. I'm sick as hell, so I'm recovering. I got the whip fixed, got my car back, so we active again. And we got another new toy. Just not a toy you might think. And I wanted to make a video in a better setting, but we've been getting some things done to what we got. Let me show you what I got. Yes, sir. Welcome to my second semi. You already know, if it looks familiar, it is. This is Aaron's truck. He didn't get out the game, but he got out the truck. He's working with another company. I'll let him tell it. But yeah, welcome to 2015 Frightline, I believe. I don't even know what year this is. I think it's a 2015, but everything is fresh. Guys, for anybody who gets a used truck and that hood, the hood, always lift them from the middle, because if not, you're gonna have to fix it. Eventually the hood leans, and this part right here is glued to a bracket. You got the middle bracket so it can hold it when it's open, and then you got some brackets here that are glued to the hood. This is carbon fiber too, so you just can't use any old kind of tool or do whatever the hell you want to make holes with it. You will wind up having to replace the whole hood, so just keep that in mind. And we're at a shop right here. That's what we was getting done to it, but Aaron hooked me up. Definitely. I'll ask him. We still having talks about how much information I could release to the public as far as our purchase, but it's crazy the way me and him, we pretty much, when I first started, like, not when I first started, but I came in the game. 2 years later, I met A, and he had leased his truck from Henderson. I had bought mine, and 5 years later, we just been keeping tabs with each other. And he was always look at the brakes, new. The rotors are new. Everything is fresh. It's just the truck's been sitting, and it's crazy too, because I was supposed to buy this. I actually bought this a month ago, but I was supposed to buy this like 3 months ago. So the truck's been sitting for a minute. That's why it's rusted out everywhere. But he did a lot to it. It's very few things. It has 1,050,000 miles. With a rebuilt engine. He rebuilt the engine, and that's why I bought it from him. The shocks are new. He replaced the shocks. He replaced the airbags, the brakes, the tires are fresh. As y'all can see, we got a lot of tread in here. Minor cosmetic things maybe. I noticed this right here, this little rubber part of the fender's missing. That's practical. That's like basic on these trucks. Like, I remember mine, it was always a side I was taking off. You know what I'm saying? Jackknifing. I hope the person that drives this truck doesn't do the same. But let me show y'all. Let me see if I could try to show y'all under the hood. But the truck is fresh, as y'all can see. Fresh. Definitely a great opportunity. And I told him, I said, if you don't have the paperwork that shows that the engine was rebuilt, that's a deal breaker. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm super sick, and that's why I haven't been able to do videos. On top of having a whole lot to do, I got sick. You know what I'm saying? So pardon me if I'm all over the place, but I'm effed up. But yeah, I told him, I said, that'll be a deal breaker. If you don't got the paperwork stating that the engine was rebuilt, I'm not buying it. And he gave it to me. I got the paperwork to say that it was. So technically, this truck has 200,000 miles. It says 1 million on it. The chassis has 1 million. The engine has 200,000. The transmission has been rebuilt as well. The clutch has been changed. Seals. There's no leaks whatsoever. We got a Bambi killer. Let me show y'all the engine. So there you go. Unlike me, Aaron definitely kept this thing super clean, constantly washing it, constantly doing something. It seemed like every time I spoke to him, he was doing something. I promise y'all, I'm not even trying to glaze or glaze the fact that I got this truck. You know how it is when you get something, you glaze it like, yo, it's yours. You know, it's but so right. But everything looks fairly decent. Look at that. The engine looks, it's a little dusty. Like I said, the truck's been sitting for 2 months, so it's only right? It can't look spick and span. But look, the suspension has the tags on it still. Look at them brakes. A lot of meat. It's crazy. Look at these tires. Fresh. Oh, he's going to be mad when I put this video up because he misses it. I didn't even peep. Look at the clips to pull that. That's pretty cool. Mine's is in a pocket. One of the side pockets. How do I feel about Freightliners? I had one. I had at least one, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't like them. Like if I had a choice, I'm definitely going with Volvo. People say Volvos are expensive, but that's BS. They're both expensive. Like, you know what I mean? They're both expensive. Some got some parts that are more expensive than the other. That's what I noticed about Freightliner versus Volvo. I'd rather a Volvo. Honestly, that was my first purchase truck. Purchase. When I say purchase, I had the Freightliner where I was leasing that when I never got to finish paying it off. I wound up leaving the company. Looks like we'll do an oil change, definitely. And part of the reason why I didn't want a Freightliner was because now I got to relearn everything on this truck. Everything should be similar, but I know more about Volvo than I do Freightliner because I've been around Volvo mechanics and I've been, my Volvo is I've been driving a Volvo. So, but it shouldn't be that difficult. One thing that I do love about Freightliners, parts are accessible everywhere. That's one over Volvo. Look at that. He even got the steel radiator, the real good one. Coolant's good. Look at that. Look fresh. Super fresh. I think this was a great purchase. I'll let y'all know how much I paid in another video. Like I said, I'll talk that. I mean, it's mine, so I can say whatever I want. My bad, but yeah, we'll stretch the content. I'll let y'all know how much I paid. I am hiring. I am looking for a driver. So anybody interested, comment down below. I don't need you that had 5-10 jobs in the last 2 years. We're not looking for that type of time. You know what I'm saying? We're looking for somebody responsible. You're definitely gonna make money. And yeah, if you're serious, I'm gonna try my best to give y'all some type of way to contact me, whether it's via social media. Most likely it's going to be via social media. I'll tell you what to do. It's going to be through Landstar, but we got the plugs on people you can work for so you can make some money. I'm not guaranteeing home every day, but for the most part, you might be. That's depending on where you live. If you live close to me, you'll be home every day. Parking won't be an issue because I think I can park the truck at my house as long as it's not wet. You can. With that, I say everything. But let me know what y'all think. Was it a good purchase? I think also, shout out to my dude 47. He about to be in office, so it's not a bad time to re-up on trucks. Little cosmetic things here and there. Hopefully so the economy will be booming. Right now it's trash. I'm doing pretty good, thank God, because like I said, I got my plugs. But yeah, we good. Oh, he did the kingpins too. That's one thing I got to do on mine. I think that's the last thing he did. Yeah. Everything, looking good from the outside looking in. I never liked these, because the water, it fills up with water. Then that's when you got to change the filter out. I hate that system. I like the Volvo one. I don't know. It's something about looking at the sight glass as soon as you pop the hood. It just makes you nervous. The Volvo one is at the bottom. But yeah, it's my latest purchase. I really wanted to. I think I got a better picture for my thumbnail, but the truck sounds brand new. Like when I crank it, it sounds brand new. Like you could hardly hear it. I remember when I was waiting for it, I couldn't sleep. I was like, let me get some sleep, because he said he'll be here in like 2-3 hours. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna pass out. When I hear the truck, I'm gonna wake up. I swear I didn't hear the truck. Wife had to call me and she said, yo, he's here. And I jumped out the bed and I'm like, wow, I can't believe I can't even hear the thing. You know what I mean? Definitely don't sound like a truck. It sound like, like a pickup. Definitely sound like a pickup. It's real quiet. So obviously they did a real good job with rebuilding the engine. It was Freightliner. We had the receipts. We came with receipts. You know what I mean? So I'm excited. Definitely we leveled up. Look at me. I look like hell. We definitely leveled up. We got to take care of all these stickers. I'm gonna leave the religious one up. I guess, yeah, we got to take all of that off, because we're gonna use Landstar's DOT. But the truck is official. Like I said, it's just a little dirty. Let me show y'all. Look at the belt. The belts look brand new too. Maybe not that one. We might have to change that one. I'm gonna ask him though. But he kept wanting. He wanted to send me receipts of everything, and I was like, nah, I'm cool. As long as the engine's been done on there, I'm good. And that's the bracket right there. You got that one in the middle, and then you got these. These are the ones that's glued on. So I basically had my mechanic. It was hanging from one side. I had my mechanic reinforce this side, because I know it's only a matter of time before this side go out. Put 2 screws there, and he said he put like 7 screws on this side. So that's one thing to look out for. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there should be like some more other places. He did his thing. Definitely feels a lot more sturdy when you open it. I'm gonna assume we might want to grease this. I wonder if we can. I don't. It's dry, super dry. Maybe I grease mine, like my whatever this is, where the latch to the hood. Give me some ideas, guys, on how we could keep this thing afloat. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we won't have any issues, because the truck, like I said, is solid. It's super solid. I've driven this thing. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not too enthused about the 10-speed. I've definitely gotten used to the 13. Let me show y'all inside too. Inside, he cleaned it for me. I was like, yo, just bring it. I just wanted to see this thing at the house. Look, like I said, it's been sitting, and we recently started doing things to it. I don't know how I feel about this. You know what I mean? Leave stuff like this alone, guys. Maybe put the little wood trim on it. That's it. But other than that, leave stuff like that alone, guys. This is cool. It takes time getting used to, but I don't like the long. It's comfortable, but it's comfortable without the extension. You know what I mean? Look how clean it is. He did his thing. Like I said, he cleaned it for me. But I've had it for like a month, so it's a little old. Surprisingly, these drawers work. All of them work. This one is a little rough because the lid it fell behind. But yeah, y'all already know drawers on trucks is just they're gonna break. Vibration, the rod, etc., stuff like that is the drawers will never last long. Aaron had a thing for bugs. I like this one out of all of them. I'm gonna keep him there just to kind of, reminisce on who gave it to me, who gave the truck to me. Pause. But look, he did accents, the chrome accents. My truck is nowhere near this nice. I was actually thinking about switching mines and driving this. Only because it's like a newer truck. Like as far as the engine has been rebuilt, mine's currently has 770,000 miles. And yeah, that's it, guys. Definitely happy. Wish me luck on my journey to extending my business. Won't be the last one. Definitely looking for another one as we speak, only because I want to be able to have another truck just in case something happens to this one or mine. We want to be able to keep the employee working. Harley Davidson. That's crazy, right? This dude had an accident, and I gotta live looking at the damn stickers. I'm gonna take them off. Sorry, hey, I don't need that memory. But we're gonna give y'all more content. My bad. Sick. My daughter. This truck is parked somewhere else, so I don't even have like access to it. I gotta drive to go turn it on. It's been a headache. It has an air leak, real bad air leak. It's not. I'm not too sure what it is, so we got to take care of that. We've been busy. Definitely been busy. I've been working a lot. I think that's why I haven't gotten better. And yeah, I love the Bambi killer. Thought about so often putting it on mine, but look how crispy the truck look. I'm saying, definitely, this is Aaron's beast. I'm definitely grateful. Good looking, eh? Definitely looked out. I looked out too. But yeah, crazy. I don't know if this was a good move or a bad move. I think it's a good move because the truck is paid off. We paid it off cash, so we don't owe anything, so everything is profit, so we don't have that to worry about. Like I said, Trump's back in office. Hopefully so. He'll boost the economy, and truck drivers will start making money again. And it's a leap of faith. Better this than another car. Stay tuned, more content coming soon. Car language.